So what does a fixed life annuity protect against? Hello, I'm Stan, the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states and Puerto Rico, founder of Contractual Guarantees Only, CGO. You know, an annuity for what it will do, not what it might do. But this is a good question, and we're going to get to those answers after this. So let's talk about a fixed life annuity. So in essence, immediate annuities, deferred income annuities, qualified longevity annuity contracts, and income riders provide lifetime income. Income for as long as you're breathing. If you set it up joint with a spouse, as long as one of you is breathing, and the income continues uninterrupted and unchanged. We also can structure it so that 100% of any unused money goes to the family, not the annuity company. A lot of you out there might think that when you die, annuity money goes poof. It does not. Unless you choose that. I mean, that's one of the 45 choices that you can choose. If you're a misanthrope and hate your family, I understand. My sympathies, empathy. But most people work hard and they've scrimped and saved and they want the lifetime income, but they want to know if they die day 2, money goes to the family. And we can structure so that that happens, but still the annuity company is on the hook to pay. So what does it really solve for? Financial journalists call it longevity risk. What that means in English, Stanglish, Stan the Annuity Man isms, is the fear of outliving your money. Now, every single one of you with a Social Security number has the best inflation annuity on the planet already. It's called Social Security. It is. So if you can't say you hate annuities and own Social Security, if you're so fortunate to have a pension, maybe work for the government, teacher, military, whatever, you have a pension, and I think 9% of companies now offer pensions. I think that's dropping. So most of you are looking for lifetime incomes. You're looking for it to continue uninterrupted and unchanged. What I like about annuities, and it is the only product on the planet, only product category, so there's 4 types of annuities that, annuity solutions that solve for lifetime income, is if you set it up joint with your spouse, the income is going to continue uninterrupted and unchanged for the surviving spouse. And for all you males out there that, you know, the A-personality husbands of the world, me, been married to the Queen for 38 years. My sole focus in life right now are the Queen and the 2 princesses, my daughters. I want to make sure that they are taken care of. I want to make sure that there's a lifetime income for them. I want to make sure there's money for them. You know, there's something in my trust that solves for longevity risk for my daughters. When I die, and I know you're saying, Stan, don't say that. Don't say that. But it's going to happen. When I die, within my trust, there is a directive in there that says, when Stan dies, X amount of money is to be purchased for immediate annuities for each daughter for lifetime income. I don't know if Social Security is going to be here. I don't know if they're going to means test them out of it. I don't know, but I do know this. I'm going to set it up to that so that they have lifetime income, and it solves for longevity risk for them, and it's going to pay as long as they're breathing. That's how I've done it for them. My wife, the Queen, she's going to be good. She's fine. Don't worry about the Queen. Been married 38 years. She's a martyr. She's put up with me. But she's doing fine. She's going to be fine. We're very blessed. Worked hard for it now. Don't kid yourself. We didn't inherit anything. My daughters will inherit. And by the way, if you're wondering what the best business to go into in this country, it's the inheritance business. It's foolproof, man. It's economic proof. You know, go to my site. You can run quotes 24/7, 365. You can download my books. You can email me, stan@theannuityman.com. You can also schedule a call. But for lifetime income, you can go to my site and run quotes. You can run a lump sum and find out what that's going to pay. And you can run it to solve for a monthly income amount and see how little money you need to come up with contractually to solve for that solution. So if you want like $3,000 a month to start today or 3 months from now, we can show you that. Quoting all carriers, A+ or better. We don't care about the name, we don't care about the logo, we don't care about the product name, we don't care about the carrier name, we don't care about the logo. We care about the rating, A+ or better, and the highest number. So the annuities that solve for lifetime income, they solve for longevity risk. They solve for peace of mind. They solve for transfer of risk as long as you're breathing income coming into that income floor in combination with Social Security, in combination with a pension, in combination with dividend stocks, whatever is hitting your bank account. Just remember this, with annuities and for lifetime income, always use the least amount of money to solve contractually for the goal. Always. I'm the only one that's going to tell you that. Also, too, let's talk about, we're talking about solving, what does it solve for? It solves for longevity risk, the fear of outliving your money. You have to be thinking in the back of your head, okay, Stan, what about inflation? How's inflation? How's that happen? Well, there's no magic product that anyone has out there, regardless of what they might tell you, that adjusts for inflation using annuities. The way to do it is to use an immediate annuity at that time to solve for that gap. Remember the income floor? You need to find out what that income floor is. Annuities can fill that gap for needed income. All right? So that's how that works. But annuities, in essence, solve for 4 things contractually. That acronym, again, is PIL. P stands for principal protection. I stands for income for life. L stands for legacy. The other L stands for long-term care. What we're talking about is the I, income for life. And we ask 2 questions. What do you want the money to contractually do? When do you want those contractual guarantees to start? From those 2 answers, we can point you to the products that are going to give you the highest contractual guarantee for your lifetime income, or joint life lifetime income. And for all of you out there, kind of masters of the universe that say, well, I've researched it and income is higher when it's on one life. You think, player? Of course. But if you're married, do a joint life. Stop threading the needle. Stop trying to be master of the universe. Set it up to where when your spouse comes back from your funeral in the limo, cried for just a little bit, but the limo passes the bank. And she glances at the bank and says, that lifetime income is going to continue, uninterrupted and unchanged. Bill did a solid one for me. Because if you set it up, your life with your spouse as the beneficiary, the income doesn't continue. You need to structure it so that both of you are going to get lifetime income as long as one of you are breathing. Don't be fancy, okay? Go to my site, theannuityman.com. All of these products that provide lifetime income, QLAX, DSP as an income writers. I've written owner's manuals. You can get them for free, okay? You can also go to my site and run quotes with all 4 of those products. 24/7, 365, no one's going to call you. My headquarters in Las Vegas, Nevada. Everybody in the building is licensed in all 50 states, but they are not on commission. We do it the right way. We listen, we help. They're not incentivized by commissions. They're incentivized to help. We're open 12 hours a day, 8:30 to 8:30, Monday through Friday, Eastern. So that means 5:30 to 5:30 Pacific. And we're open 9 to 5 on Saturday. 68 hours a week, unmatched, nobody does that, to help you. To make sure that both coasts are taken care of. Wherever you live, it doesn't matter what time zone, we're going to be there. Someone's going to be there, someone's going to answer the phone, or someone's going to call you back within 24 minutes, or they're fired. I'm a big customer service guy, man. I just am. Hey, one last favor. There's a video that I just did. We talked about inflation inside of this video, but I just did one on inflation in depth, on how annuities solve for inflation, not hypothetically or theoretically, contractually, factually, pragmatically. You don't buy annuities for hypotheticals. You buy annuities for contractual guarantees. You don't buy annuities for dreams because you're going to own the contractual realities. That video you're going to enjoy because it gets down and dirty and it puts a plan, factually, and it puts a plan in place for you in the future on what you're going to do if there's inflation that affects you personally or if there's hyperinflation, okay? My name is Stan, the Annuity Man. See you next time.